Good morning, everybody. Haku here, just woke up, so time for my live reaction and review for Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 142. I think this one's called A Shield, a Shield, a Spear, and a Shield. Very weird title, but yeah, so here we go. Starting off, we have a jump cover featuring Izuku and Chisaki. Then the normal jump characters there. Okay, and now we actually have some color panels. I took the liberty of dosing you with poison, not enough to kill you, but you won't be back on your feet with a smile anytime soon. As for your masks, I'll be removing them. Can't know what's behind them after all. Phew, that was far more trouble than it should have been. I need to join the... my face. Now of all times. And he collapses. The man who emerged victorious in combat against 3 men, Sun Eater. Sorry, my nose itches. Hang on. Okay. Now we have a color spread, kind of, with Izuku and Kirishima. Break through all obstacles and press on. Okay. Through the underground labyrinth. Yeah. Rush forward, heroes, using the time that Sun Eater bought you. Number 124, a shield, a spear, and a shield. We see Izuku, Night Eye, Aizawa, Rocklock, all those others, Fat Gum, Night Eye, all them running. Senpai, is he gonna be okay? Damn, I can't help but worry. Yeah. Zero faith from his juniors, huh? Guess I can't just tell him he'll be fine and expect him not to worry. The kid's always acting small, so it's only natural. But still, when a comrade shows you their back, believing in him is what it means to be a man. Senpai'll do just fine. He's our senpai. Kirishima gets all fired up. Wait, now it just looks like you're a guy who's easily swayed, says Izuku. I'm worried, but there's nothing for it. We gotta believe in him. We can't waste a single second of the time Sun Eater's given us to work with. Damn, those are some annoyingly intense kids, thinks Rocklock. Let's go back up. Take those stairs. Something's not right, says Aizawa. It's strange that the villain who was warping the basement hasn't shown any signs of movement. Now that you mention it, it's not twisting up like before. We're charging ahead to no obstacles. If he's not going to try to impede us now, then it may mean that he can't exactly grasp what's happening across the entire basement floor and warp it. There's also the police squad that was left behind above Sun Eater. Maybe it's them. His attention is probably focused in that direction, so the range he's aware of is limited? Ultimately, that's just my guess. He entered the underground and is manipulating it. He hasn't become it. If he's just moving through the walls, all the while watching and listening, when he changes things to hinder our progress, there's a possibility his real body is somewhere nearby. And then his body may peek out, eyes, ears probing. So we do see an eye coming into the wall where the 3 of the cleansing salvo are tied up. To think they couldn't even stop just one person. Even if they're just trash, those 3 had considerable abilities. That's right, we've got him. I can't believe they all came out together to try and stall us. You would have been fine if you just stayed quiet. I'm not sure if you're all sane, says Bubble Girl. Oh, we're sane. Everyone that you're capturing right now is perfectly sane. It's just that if we all stayed quiet, Overhaul would have our heads. Hold on. Oh, you mean Chisaki? I see. That's the name he's been using since the previous capo collapsed and he took control. The leader of the gang revered the Yakuza disposition of bygone era. He searched and searched for a path that would allow gangsters to live life in this day and age. Unlike villains, the Eightfold Cleansers had to be chivalrous. They rankled at being designated a villain group. What we fell in love with was the boss. Now the capo's taking villain-esque names, welcoming villains into the fold. He's acting of his own accord, plunging his hands in money games that don't line up with the boss. I'm assuming with what the boss had in mind. He's running around as he pleases. And the fact that the boss's body's gotten into a state like that, then there's no way he's not involved. Whoa there, says the other guy. Hate him as you may. Don't you think he'll get, you don't think he'll get captured? Says Bubble Girl. That's right. Listen up. If anybody could be called insane, it's the people who never think about what comes next. And those people, they're strong. And then, bam, wall juts out at Aizawa. He's aiming for me, as I thought. He really doesn't want me to see him. Eraser. And then he gets thrown into a hole in the other wall. Heh, if those three couldn't do it, we'll just whittle them away carefully, one by one. And then Fat Gum pushes him out of the way. Fat! If we play right into his hands, the time Tamaki bought us will come to nothing, Eraser. You've gotta erase him. Sorry. Don't worry about it. Okay. Fat Gum goes tumbling into the other room. Gah. I can't breathe. Oh, and Kirishima's under him. What are you, a baby chick? What are you doing? I tried jumping to take the hit for Sensei too, because I thought if it was me I wouldn't take any damage, but then I got sucked into you. Oh well, whatever. You best be bracing yourself. Now, okay, some other dude's coming. I don't care if he can punch. I don't care if he can smash me up. Unbreakable. For there to be a time limit on that, he's using it kind of early. But no, this guy goes for Fat Gum and starts nailing him with punches to the point where he's like, his body is like rippling backwards. Know what I think? I think it's unbecoming to bring a gun or a blade to a fight. Any old schmuck can win win a weapon in hand. That ain't a fight. Okay. People ought to kill each other, just using the power they got in their bodies. Catch what I'm saying? Red. Oh, so I'm assuming Kirishima got blown back as well. Yeah. And his arms are all cracked and screwed. So Fat Gum goes in for a punch. This guy's quirk seems interesting. It looks like stuff is rippling around Fat Gum's punch. The hell, a barrier. The hell is this thing? Fat Gum and a boy who can harden his body. Just two of them, I see. They both possess quirks well suited to defense. You won't be getting what you want out of them, Rappa. Ruffian that you are. Okay. So, Rappa is his villain name then. So now we see a guy that can make barriers and a guy with super strong punches, it would seem. Now he lets off another flurry of punches at Fat Gum. Tearing. I don't think the punches are explosive like Katsuki's, but I can't really tell. And now Fat Gum's shirt is all torn as well. Getting this level of hurt through all this fat of mine, talk about a bullet punch. Well suited to defense, you ain't done taking this punishment yet. Though I guess it's enough you haven't been reduced to mincemeat yet, These two weren't in the quirk records, must be from outside the organization. A flurry of punches like a hail of bullets in that barrier. A combo like that's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. We are spear and shield. They are shield and shield. Wait, you telling me there's no fight to be had here? Damn. Although, that boy over there would appear to be lacking as a shield. And see Kirishima yelling and raging. He was able to break me. I couldn't weather his blows. It hurts. If you refuse to go down, it means you're stupidly strong. If he comes at me with another barrage, I won't be able to take it. And I'd come here thinking I got strong too. Damn it. I'm still. Okay, this is an interesting flashback. I guess that's... I can't tell if that's supposed to be Kirishima or if that's Fat Gum thinking about Tamaki. But either way, don't let up Unbreakable mode. If your spirit also breaks, then you really lose. When you've got villains to clean up, it's always about how quick you make them give in, so you can't be losing the will to fight before them. They mean to defeat us. How thrilling for you, Rapa. So he does get it. Good little fatty. We're gonna punch these mooks to kingdom come. There is no hopeless paddle for Fat Gum. And join back up with the rest. Okay, that was really great. Let's go back through and talk about it part by part, because I loved it. I thought it was a lot better than last week, but there are a couple things I'd like to discuss because I don't quite get the decisions made, I guess. First off, jump cover looks good, like the color spread, and okay, I guess. Oh my god, sight. Okay, so we got the Tamaki color pages, pretty good. His face is still jacked up from that punch, which a lot of people were talking about. It would probably need to be good Izuku and Kirishima panel, or page rather. Then we have our group running, talk about Tamaki being okay. We've seen them do this like twice already. They talk about how the guy can only swim through the walls and move the certain part he's at. He can't control the whole building all at once. Then he looks and sees the 3 guys injured. We see some of the random guys, and they seem like they don't quite like Chisaki either. Well, the one guy even says he hates him or something, because pretty much they joined up because of the chivalrous gangster life of the original leader, but then Overhaul took over and pretty much made them kind of like quasi-villains, like semi-pseudo-villains. So a lot of them kind of resent that because it's not the original goal of the organization. Then Aizawa was meant to get knocked into another room to separate him, but Fat Gum and Kirishima take the hit, which I thought was funny that Kirishima tried as well, but was just trapped under Fat. So they get sent into the next room, and I think we don't see anybody else after that other than them. This guy comes at them. He has bullet punches. His hands are armored and stuff. But I guess he just has really powerful punches. Is maybe his quirk. Maybe his quirk is bullet punches. Because it looks like his hands move super fast like that. And either way, it's enough to really, really hurt Fat and to break Kirishima. Now this is one of the parts I don't quite like. I think that we just got introduced to the Unbreakable mode. I'm not sure that it should be breaking quite yet. I think it's a little bit too early to break it and then have him think of something new, or just to break it in general. So I think it might be a little bit too early, but man, the panels with him and his arms broken look cool. Fat Gum tries to counterattack, also really cool looking, but there's a barrier guy with them as well. Punchy guy's name is Rappa. Another barrage. Fat takes another barrage. Then, Spear and Shield versus Shield and Shield. And then Kirishima gets back up. He has some flashbacks to Katsuki into the first time he was using Unbreakable to fight that villain. Now this panel, I can't tell if it's him when he was younger, or if it's Fat Gum or him thinking of Tamaki. So, I can't, because it kind of looks like Tamaki. But either way. Then, Fat Gum cheers him on, and they get prepared to fight for next chapter. So yeah, it was really, really good. Just not sure how I think about the Unbreakable being broken already. But I do like how we're seeing how this group isn't all totally loyal to Chisaki, and how he's kind of taken its original purpose and kind of morphed it into pretty much making them villains. They're taking on villain names, they're bringing villains in, so it's kind of, they're not really at their original group and purpose. But either way, that's it. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, what you thought of my reaction, all my thoughts on it going back through. Subscribe for more Boku no Hero Academia, both anime and manga and more. I know that anime is supposed to be taking a 1 or 2 week break, but I don't know if that's going to be this week or in the coming weeks. I don't think it's this week. I think it's going to be in the next... I think we're going to have an episode this week, and then maybe the next week or two after that is when it's taking the break. But, yeah, that's about basically all I know. So subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. If you want a link to our Discord, just ask in the comments. I'll get you a link to that. That is it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.